alternative means of transportation that is used in so many different countries right now, and is also green, because we're all going green from this sustainable energy and the environment. And this is a business that is actually moving with the times. So, okay, as you can see right on the screen, we do have a scooter, a black scooter on there. These are rental scooters that are all parked at a station. And then from there, people can tap with their card and activate the machine, and then they use it. So pretty much this is the business that we're investing in. So, okay, and you'll probably be saying, well, you know, Flo, okay, I like what I see, hopefully, right? But what's in it for me? So with Lssc, we do have different compensation plans. So it's not only investing, right? So if you invest, what happens? So once you do your one-time investment, it's a one-time investment. You don't have to invest 10 times, 5 times. No, it's a one-time investment. Once you do have your one-time investment, you get 3 years of profit. Okay? You get 3 years of profit. So what does that mean? It means if you decide to be part of the business and say, you know what, I want to invest in this and I want to partake in the 3-year profits, how does that look like for me? So all you're doing is injecting your funds in. You don't have to worry about the maintenance. You don't have to worry about picking them up, charging them, anything. All you have to do is activate a scooter 4 hours a day. That's it. And I'm going to show you how. All right, so the first level of investment is the level B. The level B investment is starting at $960. So all the dollars we're talking about today are US dollars. All right, so we have the B3 level. This is 960 US dollars initial investment, and then you get $30.40 every day for the next 3 years. Now, when we say every day, we mean working days. So Monday through Friday, no Saturday, Sunday. But depending on which region you're in, some regions activate their apps to run the scooters from Tuesday to Saturday. It all depends with which region you're in. So all you have to do is Monday through Friday, activate your app, and it runs for 4 hours on its own. A timer starts. It starts to go through, and then once it's done, all you have to do is deposit. So let's look at it again. So if you deposited $960, then you get $30.40 every day. In the 30 working days, you would have made $912. And in a year, $7,900. And in 2 years, $15,000. And in 3 years, $23,800. And this is in US dollars. So these are the amounts that you would be making on a daily basis, guys. Remember, it's every day, which is Monday through Friday, every day. However, if you forget, you snooze, you lose. So you have to remember to activate your app every day. And then you could also come in on a different level. You could start at the 2180 level, which is the A1 level. This is for the A level participants. This is the level that gives you the most bang for your buck. So if you started at $2,180, you're going to get $67.50 a day. And that is the working days, Monday through Friday, which will be 2,025. And that converts to the 17,000, the 35, the 52 in year 1, year 2, year 3. You could also start with level, give me 1 second, I see. We will also hold off. We'll hold off on questions, put them in the chat room. And then when I'm done with the presentation, we'll have a chance to ask questions, and I'll also answer any questions that are in your chat as well. But for now, we'll just do an express presentation. But take a screenshot. It's okay. Write notes down. And if you have any questions, write them down, and then we can address those in the end. All right. So the 2180 is the A1 level. It's $67.50 a day, and that's 2,025 over 30 working days, which is 17,000 in the first year of working days, 35,000 in 2 years, and 52,000 in 3 years. Oh, yes. And then you could go to the 4980 level if you wanted to. That's $154 a day, guys. That's $46.20 US dollars a month, every 30 working days, 4,620. That's like a whole paycheck. That's somebody else's whole paycheck. Even the 2025, somebody is taking this home every day, working 8 hours, maybe with overtime. Maybe if your salary at $25 a month, that means you're working more than 40 hours a week because you're capped. So you're putting in more energy for the same amount of money that you can make by just clicking your investment. It's a one-time investment, just once. And then, going from there, you're making what you're making monthly. So now it's like you've got 2 jobs or 2 lines or 2 streams of income. Only the other one is your passive line of income, right? And the other one you work for. So this is really, really great to be even at this level, the 4980, which is 4620. And we'll just, calculate for our friends, our Canadian friends, what 4620 means. It means a lot, especially for Canadians right now. That's $63.99 Canadian a month, 6,399 take home, right? This is what you take home. So if you're in this income bracket, you're either a supervisor, maybe not even a supervisor. Maybe you're at a level where you're getting overtime, or maybe you're management level in order to make this amount of money. So you could be making more than your manager. Who knows, right? Because you're going to have your own income plus this passive income coming in as well. We also have this $10,700 level. This level, however, involves a little bit of some, sharing with other friends and family. Once you have like 125 people under you, you can get into this level. You won't automatically just invest into the 10,700 level. All right. So if you say, you know what, Flo, I really, really love this, but I only have $960. What do I do? The company is very gracious to the point where they will allow you to top up. So you don't have to come up with another 2180 in order to get into this level. You just take the 960 that you initially invested. Your initial investment still counts. So the initial investment and the difference between 960 and 2180, you top up and you go to the next level. The day you top up, you start making the 67.50 same day. So you could also be patient and invest the 960, be patient, wait about 32 working days, and you would have made equivalent to the difference. And then you just reinvest it. So we'll take the initial 960 plus what you made in the 32 days, combine that and add it up and go to this next level. The same thing with the 2180. Whatever you've made in the 32 or 34 working days, it will amount to the difference plus your initial investment, and it tops up to the 4980. So you can move from one level to the next, whichever way you want. And it does make sense that you don't have to continue to take any money out of pocket. You can cash out your investment if you want and spend it. And you make the same amount again next month. Then maybe you can save that one and go to the next level. And then you can cash out the next month. Whatever you want, you can cash it out daily if you want, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly. It's entirely up to you how you want to handle your investment. All right, so let's move along. All right. So other than just investing, right? So your first thing is investing in the asset, which is the scooter, right? And then you're getting your daily profits. What else is in it for you? Now you're going to get so excited that you've invested and you're seeing this money coming in every day. I know it's human nature. You're just going to go ahead and share with your sister or your friend, like, you know what? I found this thing, I invested, and I am seeing my money every day. Like for me, I literally have an alarm for 12 midnight, 10 after 12 midnight, and it, buzzes off, and I start my scooter. I activate my app at 10 after 12 midnight, and I leave my phone on the bedside and sleep. In the morning, I'm depositing my money. So I am literally making my money whilst I sleep. And I wanted to experience that. I wanted to taste that. And I have. So, and you can do the same thing too. So you could share with a friend or your workmate or your sister, or your buddies or your guys, and you're like, hey, look, I invested in this. If a friend of yours, however, comes in and says, okay, you know what, I want in. If they invest at the 960 level, you will get commission for that. So it's called an inviter reward. So because you've invited somebody, there's a reward for that, which is $144. And then if they come in at the 2180 level, you make more money, which is $370.60. Remember, guys, all of this is US dollars. Okay. And then at the 4980 level, you also get commission. It's all 17% if it's the A level, right? And you're going to get 846 US dollars. So if you invited two people, you can imagine you've already made almost 16 or $1,700 from just inviting, from just spreading the word. That's it. And the best way to do it is to just show them what's happening to your account when the money's coming in. It speaks for itself. So whenever you have someone that comes in, because you've invited them under you, that person becomes your level one. And for the sake of training, we'll call level one friend Jack. All right. So when Jack comes on board, Jack is right underneath you, and it goes 3 generations down. Once it goes 3 generations down, then the commission stops. But when Jack comes on board, you're going to get your one-time inviter reward just for sharing and signing up Jack. So Jack becomes your L1. And you hear us using the terms L1, L2, L3 quite a bit. Okay, let's move to the next section. So, and I'll keep repeating so that at least you understand, because it may be new information for others. I'll keep repeating. So the first way is to invest and you get your profits daily. And then when you share with Jack, you also get that one-time inviter reward. So now we also have a level 2 and a level 3 sponsorship plan. So Jack is happy with, joining. It's like, hey, Flo, I'm so happy about that. And Jack shares the information with Anna. What happens then? So Anna is going to sign up. And then when Anna signs up, Jack also gets his one-time inviter reward. But it doesn't stop there. Because you invited Jack and Jack is directly under you, you get 3% of the reward of a commission from Anna's sign up. So when Anna signs up, Jack gets that one-time big reward, and then you get a 3% commission, which is $65.40 if it's at the 2180 level. And then if Anna says, you know what, I really like this, I'm going to tell Zoe. It's funny because I do have friends called Anna and Zoe. And then Anna tells Zoe, and Zoe signs up. So automatically there's me, there's Jack, and then from Jack there's Anna, and then under Anna there is Zoe. So Zoe signs up under Anna. Anna gets her one-time inviter reward, and then you get your L3 commission, which means Jack is also going to get a commission as well, because all these people are coming under Jack as well. Bearing in mind, right, the more you share, the more you'll make. So it's just like an elevator coming from the 3rd floor going to the 1st floor. So If you're in the third floor and Jack is in the second floor, and then Anna, and then Zoe, that's how the commission works and the rewards. So if somebody comes in at a 49.80 level, the A2 level, yes, you will get commission. And all these people are coming in under Jack, right? Because you've already invited Jack. And then Jack invites Anna. And so you're going to get 3%, which is $149 for that. And then Anna invites Zoe. You get 2% for that, which is $99.60. So sometimes you'll just see money coming into your account and you're like, I don't know. You're going to have to go in and read like, okay, there's just some money that showed up in my account. I don't know what it's for, but it's because you either invited someone that invited someone, or that someone invited another person, and the list goes on. So the money just keeps coming in. And now you don't even know whose money it is. It's just coming in. All right. So that's our level 2 and our level 3. We'll go back again. How are you making money with Lssc? Your initial investment, your profits every day, and then your when you invite a person, your one-time big reward, and then when your person invites another person, there's commission, and when your L3 also comes on board, there's commission. All right, let's go to the next level. All right, so what else do we have? So because you're sharing so much about Lssc, and now you've got the Jacks and Anna and Zoe, if you have 5 Jacks under you, 5 members under you, you automatically become a level 1 manager. Being a level 1 manager means that you have 5 L1 members under you. You've shared with 5 people. So automatically you will get a promotion reward. All right, so you've got inviter reward, promotion reward, commission, and your profits. So, and at this level, you also get $1,000 bonus, just a big thank you for inviting 5 people over. And the $1,000 is really just on this level. All right. So, okay. So the manager bonus, which is the $100 and the $1,000 for level 1, if you get to level 2 management, you get $300. Level 3 management, $500. What does that mean, like to be level 2 management? Level 2 management means the 5 members that you have under you, 5 of those members, it says 2 level 1 managers, right, among your L1s. So your L1s are the 5, and amongst those 5, you need 2, right? 2 people under those 5 that also have 5 people each. So 2 level 1 managers amongst your L1s. So your 5 Jacks, right? They have 2 Annas each, and then they have 5 people each, 5 Zoes each. So it's just a matter of like imagining, okay, whoever is under me, does at least one of them have 5 members, and the other one has 5 members. And of those 5 members, 2 of them each, they each have 5 and 5, and you keep going up that way. So level 1 management is invite 5 L1 members to join, and then level 2 management is 2 level 1 managers amongst your L1s, and then level 3 management is 2 level 2 managers amongst your L1s. So it just keeps increasing like that. And on one of these levels, level 3 is when you can go into that $10,700 slot. It's the level 3 or the level 4, one of those two. That's when you can qualify to invest $10,700. And then I think it's the level 6, you would qualify for a franchise. So the company will facilitate you getting a franchise, your own store location, your own scooters, your own team, your own building, if it's a building that you want, and a salary as well. All right. So let's go to the next question. All right, so what's next? Manager salary, right? So we talked about manager bonus. Now we're talking about manager salary. So not only are you getting your profits and your commissions and your bonuses and inviter rewards, you're also going to qualify for a manager salary every month. So apart from, so you kind of have two fixed amounts that you're getting now. So your profits that are fixed every month, and then your salary that's fixed every month. So you can pair up those two, you're actually getting more than just what you invested in. So level one management, this is when you have 5 level one members under you. Remember, we said you get that $100 promotion bonus. And then from there, you're going to get your base salary every 10 days. So that means every 10 days, you get $50, which is a total of $150 every month. So if you are getting, let's say, on the $30 one, on the $30.40 one, every month you, like, it's working days, right? So 9/12 for the 30 working days on the $30.40 level, then plus your 150 if you're a level one manager. That means you can guarantee yourself to have $1,062, which is 1,400 Canadian a month. That's just coming from your investment plus being an L1 manager. And if you become an level two manager, you will get your promotion reward, like we said before. Then now you're going to be getting $80 and $80 every 10 days, which is $240. So if you were at the 9/12 level, you just calculate whatever level that you're in. That plus $240 a month, that's $1,152, which is 1,500 Canadian every month. So you now know, other than what you initially invested in, you're actually getting more just for sharing, pretty much. Okay. All right. So the list goes on as we go. Let us keep it moving. All right. So before we go to the back office, I just want to make sure I reiterate and make sure you understand everything that we've talked about, right? So we've talked about your initial investment. And from that initial investment, you're going to get your profit every day. And then when you invite someone, you're going to get your one-time inviter reward. And then when your level one that you've invited invites someone, you're going to get your 3% commission. And if they invite another person, you also get 2% commission. And then if you become a level one manager, you will get your $100 promotion bonus. And you also get $1,000 thank you bonus. And then because you are now a level one manager with 5 people under you, you also get a salary. So this is almost 7 different type of money that's coming in, streams of income that are coming in just by referring, commission, bonus, salary, profits every single time. All right, so it's quite easy. There are people that have a lot of people under them just by sharing. It becomes inevitable. So here's our back office. This is my boss's account, and he was gracious enough to have us have an insight on how the app looks like and how he moved from January 6th when he started, and then he moved a month later how his account looked like. So on here, you can see he started at January 6th, and he started with a team size of 4 people. And on the day he started, he already had 16,031. I mean, 1,631, sorry. $1,631 in there, okay? So when you're looking at the app, it shows you the profit of the day. On that particular day, it was 0, right? And then the total profit, it keeps a tracking record of how much has come through your account, which was 1612. And then what he could cash out that day was 1631, maybe because when he initially opened their account, he had a few dollars left over, maybe $10 or $20 left over, in addition to his total profit. This is what was in his account. on January 6th, 1631. And then let's see February 3rd, what was in his account. And also bearing in mind, this is 3 days shy from a month, right? In a month, like we were talking about, having 5 people under you and then another 5 and all that. Look at him, he's got 63 people in a space of a month. And it can spread like rapid fire when people see, because seeing is believing. We're all human. When I see that, okay, when I talk to you today and then I meet you again and I give my excuse, and then I'll meet you next week or 2 weeks from now, and you're going to show me that, oh, from the last time we talked, on those 14 days, I have made money, right? So what I did is I invested, and then I started thinking about it whilst I was investing. As I was thinking, the money was coming in, and it didn't take me 2 weeks to think about it because I already had 2 weeks worth of income that was coming in. So nothing could tell me that, well, this is not real, because I could see the money every day. So in 30 days, like you see on here, his total profit, this is money that went through his account, was $15,822, and his team size increased to 63. His cashable profit on that day is 1,289. So it does show he made 15,800. He's withdrawn majority of it. That's why he only has $1,200 left over. Okay. For those that want to know, can I cash it out? Yes, you can. How often? Whenever you want. You can cash it out daily. You can cash it out weekly. It's entirely up to you how you want to manage your investment. All right. So now let's see his account. So it's showing on there that he had the $1,200 available. And let's see how you cash it out. So if you go to the bottom right of your app, there's a little person there. It says My, and then you go to the top where it says Withdraw. Click on that button, and then it pulls up this page. It's going to have this unique address for your wallet, and then you're going to put the amount that you want to withdraw on there. You put your password, and pretty much right at the bottom of this page, it will say Withdraw Now. And then it will keep a record of everything that you've done in that account. So bearing in mind, it also says minimum withdrawal amount is $15, and then maximum withdrawal amount is $50,000. So you can withdraw up to $50K. And then, so let's look at the record. This is his record, right? Remember, he had $15,000 before. It keeps a running tab of everything that you've done. So if you wanted to look, right here at the bottom, this was on January 8th. He sent in a request to withdraw $20. Remember, minimum is 15. And then let's look, the next day was the 20th, right? But the 20th, in between, he did other withdrawals as well. So he did January 8th, January 9th, January 13th, January 20th, and he withdrew $59.40. And then he also went to withdraw January 29th. So this is all in the same month, right? And 27 as well. But I need you to remember the numbers that we have on the screen where my red arrows are. He requested $20, and then he requested $59.40, and he requested $1,004. All right, so let's move to the next screen. So once he requests that, right, that goes to his wallet. All right, so it's coming from the app, because you've been collecting all this money in the app, you're running it, and then you bank, you run, you bank, you run, you bank. Now you want to take those funds out. So you request, like what I showed you, withdraw, put the amount that you want to withdraw, and then hit withdraw immediately, and then it records. Now you also have to give it, right? You need to also give it 2 to 3 days when you withdraw for the money to pop up in your wallet, okay? So now in this case, we have that money, remember, $20, but he got 16. We got the 5,900, but he got 47.52. We had the 1,004, but he got 803. Why is that, right? The reason being, the 47.52 is what you will take home. There is a 20% withdrawal fee. And you're going to ask, why is there a 20% withdrawal fee? Now, your investment, you're investing in an actual asset that's tangible. that somebody else is using. These scooters are being used in different countries, and people are riding these scooters. Obviously, they are going to need maintenance. And they also have to look presentable, cleaned up, put back at the charging station, charged up, and making sure that the cash, the payment little tap thing works, the GPS works. And again, it's not everyone that's going to be kind with your equipment. Uh, some of them will need fixing. And the business model is that you tap, it gives you mileage, you ride it until it's done, and then wherever it stops, you leave it there, right? So when you leave it there, what that means is somebody else has to use the GPS, find these scooters, and bring them back so that tomorrow it's a fresh day, you can run your apps and you can run your business. So this 20% is really for the maintenance, for the team that's behind the scenes that's going to be doing all this work and maintaining your investment. So that's where we are all collectively, maintaining the investment. So that's why that 20% is taken out. All right, so these are the countries that we're in. We are in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is where this company was birthed, right? So the mother company is in Hong Kong, which makes sense because as an alternative means of transportation, most of the Asian countries are quite congested, and this is an option for them to use to get around. So yeah, somebody will definitely be using these always. So you've got Hong Kong, you've got the US, you've got Canada, you've got Russia, you've got Panama, you've got Dominican Republic, you've got Argentina, you've got China, Trinidad, Australia. You can take a screenshot of this because if you have a friend that's like, so where are these scooters? This is where they are, right? Currently, they are in all of these countries. All right. And then these are the office locations, the actual physical office locations for you to go and see it, ride the scooter, have a feel of it. My son enjoys riding this. It's like, oh, mom, this is really fast. Because apparently the other scooters that are out there go at 20 kilometers an hour. And apparently ours do go for 30 kilometers an hour. They're pretty quick. So they're fast and efficient as well. Okay. So this is in Mississippi. This is the office that's there. And the owner of this office is called George. So if you are in Mississippi, you can pass by the office. I'll give you addresses after this. And then this is the office in Tennessee. And the owner of this office is Jolie, is the one in the black and white t-shirt in the middle. And you can also pass by and see. This is Jolie picking up more of his scooters from head office, from Francois. And pretty much the company, remember what we said, you can get to that level where you can have a franchise and the company will send you the scooters. So if that's your goal, you can literally have your own franchise, salary, and your own business and scooters. This is Melanie Townsend. She's a mayor in Tennessee. She also believes in the Lssc. A family member actually talked to her about it, and she looked into the company. She was satisfied, and she liked it, and she invested. Unfortunately, this is a video, and for some reason, I'm not able to play my videos on Zoom, but I'll have to figure out. I've been trying to figure out how to play them. I can play it, but it has no sound, so it's pretty useless. Then we have the police in the US. This is a US police force, and they also are, the company has given them some scooters to use as well. As you know, sometimes by the beachside, downtown, police use the bikes. They use, in Canada, they do have the Mountie police on the horses at times, and the Segways by the beach, but the scooters also play an important role with them. And there's little people in here. These are students that have done well academically, and Lssc has rewarded them. Like you can see, he's really shocked and happy, has rewarded them with their own scooters for excellence in school. All right, so not only are we just investing in ourselves, we're also giving back to the community. So I'm going to do a quick rundown of the offices in the States. So we've got in Florida, West Palm office, we have Jean, and there's a phone number on there as well. Take a screenshot, I would say, so that at least, you know, if you're in this area, you're able to pass by maybe and check it out and see and feel and talk to the office owner. So like in Florida, we've got Jean. In Georgia, we've got Tamian Lee. In Clearwater, Florida office, we've got Jeff. In Kentucky, Louisville, we have Mawa. In New Jersey, we've Samuel. In California, we've got Carlos. So take a screenshot. When I'm done with the presentation, I'm not going to be able to go back to the screen because I'll be out of these slides. Maybe I can take a screenshot because I know I will always get a question if there's an office in this area. Houston, we've got Florent. Iowa office, we've got Aweza. Ohio, we've got Billy. Mississippi, we have George. You saw George, that's where the mayor is. And in Louisville, Kentucky, we've got Jeremiah. In New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire, we've got Isabel. And then in Maryland, we've got Brandon. I know yesterday someone was asking, do you have an office in Maryland? There is an office in Maryland. And then in Iowa, there's an office in Cedar Springs with Pastor Raphael. And then in Kansas, we've got Asha Nguza. And there's also Chicago, Illinois office that opened up. There's also in Canada, we haven't listed the Canadian offices that are here. We have a couple of them. I think we've got like 5 that opened in the last 2 weeks or so. So we've got Edmonton, we've got Calgary, we've got Manitoba, we've got Quebec, we've got, I think Toronto, we've got Ottawa, I think. Like there's a lot of them. There's a lot. So maybe 7 so far that I'm aware of. So I'm going to have probably by the end of this month, like a nice collective of, okay, who's been added. And there's actually some exciting news too. There's the new head office. It's a headquarters for Lssc. The first headquarters is out of Dallas. It is a beautiful facility with 2 or 3 floors. It's got private areas for you to do your presentations. It's got like individual offices if you want to go in, running your business in there. It's got shared workspaces. It's got boardrooms. It even has a bar in there. It has, it's a beautiful, beautiful facility. It's very modern, very classic, and it's in Dallas, Texas. That's the first headquarters for all Lssc investors. If you want to meet with a client there, or if you just want to drop in and do some work, and they also have scooters in there for those that are passing by and they want to take a look at the facility. It's very, very beautiful. So they are supporting their investors as well. All right, so thank you. I hope I've shared enough, and I hope this gets you thinking to invest or give it a try. You know, there's no harm in trying. And I would be happy to answer any questions now. I know we've got a couple of questions in the chat room. If you do have a question, you can raise your hand. You can go to like at the bottom of your screen. If you're not sure how to do that, there's a little button that says reaction, and then it will say raise hand, and then you can raise your hand. And then I'll send you a little request to unmute yourself. Okay, so that's the end of our presentation. I'm going to go over to the chat room and take a look at the questions. And if you do have a question, raise your hand. This is where you can talk one-on-one freely if you have any questions. All right, so I've got Victor here. Good evening to all my friends and Lssc. Tonight is my 3rd day of training. Congratulations, Victor, and welcome. Then iPhone de Balkisa. Hi, today's my day 4. Thank you. Congratulations. Mariama, hello, everyone. Kahindo, Kaisiria. Kahindo from Ohio. Hi, welcome, Ohio. And then we have, I see service charges of 20%. Is that what's costing you to withdraw each time? Yes. So I think you saw this before I addressed this one. Yes, absolutely. It's 20% every time you withdraw. And then hello, everyone from Romeo. And then Marie Olivia. Oh, she wrote in French. I cannot speak French for the life of me. I'm seeing something about recruiting. Unless you can translate it into English, I'm not able to. We do have a French Zoom meeting, and it's the one right after this one. So you could stay in here, and then you can go into the French one. Lydian, if you upgrade to the next level, will you still have the people that you invited from your previous level as your team? Oh, absolutely, yeah. You go, you go to the next level, you just go with your whole profile. You just go with the whole profile. Are we going to get 1099 at the end of the year? You must be, yes, 1099, you must be in the States. I think so. Yes, so your wallet automatically prepares a statement for your either IRS or Canada Revenue. So yes, it will. Can we get the Canada office addresses, please? I'm not sure which province you're in, but I can get the address for you. But if you let me know which province you're in, then I'm in Edmonton, so I know where I'm at in Edmonton. I successfully signed up 5 members yesterday. I'm so excited. Up Lssc, yes, and you're going to get your $100 bonus, your promotion, and then $1,000 bonus. And just make sure you let Francois know. You send him an actual text message on Bond Chat, and he will update your account, and you see your money in there. What makes this different from an MLM? So the difference between us and an MLM is with an MLM, it's multi-level networking, right? So it means you're not going to get paid if you don't have a specific number of people under you. It is very different from Lssc. You can have no people under you and you still make your money. So it doesn't stop you from making your money every day. However, yes, we do encourage you to share information. It's the company's model of marketing, because if you share with someone you know and you show them how you're living, of course, they're bound to trust someone that they know. But MLM means I join and I'm not going to be paid until I get 2 people under me, or I have a person under me, and then I join. And then if one person under me leaves, then that money is taken away from me. We don't work like that. That's not it. So we're not an MLM. So hello, everyone. Juju from Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome, North Carolina in the house. Thank you. I appreciate your meeting. Thank you so much. I'm in Ottawa. Hi, Ottawa. Welcome. Please time of the day can we turn on the app anytime in the 24 hours. Just don't forget to activate it in the 24 hours. So I activate mine at 12:10 a.m., like midnight. Some people 6 a.m., some people 10 at night, some people in the afternoon, whatever time you want, it's up to you. And then if Lssc app doesn't need to be installed, what to do? I'm not sure what your question is asking, because the Lssc app, you get a link. In order for you to join, you must get a link from the person that told you about Lssc, because you are going to be directly linked under their team, right? So that link is the one that opens up. So it's almost like a back office access, right? So even at your job doesn't have an app on Apple Store. It's actually an internal app to access your company information. So that's the same with Lssc. And then we have Ndelo here. So we pay taxes on the money we withdraw. Yeah, because it's income, it's revenue. So if you invest $960 and then you're going to be making all this money, $900 every month, it has to be accounted for. Yes. Can I have the Ottawa office address, please? Okay. If you are in any of the WhatsApp groups, though you can post that question in there, and you can have the addresses for the local offices in your area. Why is app activation limited to 4 hours only? That's the amount of time that the company is giving you to invest. That's their agreement. You invest for 4 hours, that's your window. That's it. And what will happen when the 4 hours is over and I'm not available to turn it off because sometimes I may be at work, or it starts a countdown clock. So the minute you activate, it starts from 4 hours. It already goes to 3:59, 3:58, three. So it counts down. Once it gets to zero, it stops by itself. That's why I put mine at midnight. It runs whilst I sleep. When I get up at 7 in the morning, it's done its thing. All I'm doing is just depositing. Yes, we can have multiple incomes. There's lots of different streams of income in Lssc. There's investment. I won't touch on it because that's not my area of expertise. So there is those that love to trade and invest. There's another line called Lightning Exchange where you invest money in it and your money compounds daily 2%. There's 2% compounding interest added to your money on a daily basis. So that's another stream. And then the other stream is Lightning, is LSSB, the business side, where you invest in other things that the company has if you want to. And so when you invest in it, you can lock in the money for 30 days, or you can lock it in for 60 days, or for depending on the different interest rates that it's giving you. So you can pretty much have 3 different lines going at the same time. Hi, I'm new. Can you tell me about Lssc? Oh, where were you? We started at 7 o'clock and we're already done with the training. But you're more than welcome to come back on Monday if you come back right at 7 o'clock when we start. I have Jonathan, and you've had your hand up for a while. I'm sending you a request to unmute. Jonathan, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm great, thank you.
Okay. I
Yes,
have a
what's your
question
question?
that Mimuta. If you need was one,
Sorry?
because you Ghana need also. Oh no, I was trying to say that if there is anyone from Ghana on it, that's why I was speaking Ghana language. But let me come to back to you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So he's asking if someone is from
Ghanaian
Ghana
language.
and can speak the
Yeah.
language, and
Yeah.
he probably needs help translating.
Yeah. No.
If there's,
I
sorry.
wanted to see if there is anyone from Ghana among this company or who's have been already applied for it, so that I can be able to talk to that person and know that everything is right. That is why I'm just joining only 5 days ago.
Okay,
So
welcome. Congratulations. I'm sure we do have some people from Ghana here. Guys, if there's anyone that can help Jonathan out from Ghana that can speak his language, please just probably put it in the chat room, or so that at least he can call you, or maybe if you put your number in the chat room, and then if there's anyone from Ghana, please be kind enough to help Jonathan so
that
that
is what I was about. That is what I mean. Second question
yes.
is that I have been done. Tomorrow is 1 week and
Yes.
I've been played all the time. And
You've
I
been
see
late
that
all the time.
and I'm not late all the time.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get what you said.
Every time I've been playing, I run every day from last Friday up to today. But I see that there is a money on my account, and I asked the guy who led me to this company, how can I withdraw that money into my bank account, because I have been linked my bank account to it. And he said that it's not now for me to withdraw.
Oh, you can
So
withdraw anytime, Jonathan.
yes, that is why, because I haven't done the wallet. So I asked him, how can I do the wallet so that I can be able to put the money into my, he said he's going to tell me, he said, every time, that is what is he telling me. So if I put withdraw, it comes that you have no withdrawal. But
Okay.
I see that the money is there, but the guy doesn't want to show me how can I withdraw the money. He said it's going to be a certain time before I can be able to withdraw. But if I come to the meeting, it shows that any time after running, you can take that money, whatever you want. But
Absolutely.
I don't know why he don't want to let me know because I'm under him. So I don't know whether
Maybe
is
he
he
doesn't know how to do it.
he knows because he said he had been withdrawing to his account. So I'm confused now that is he going to withdraw it to his account or because I do not understand because
Oh, I
I see
see
that the
what you
money is there.
mean. Okay, okay. Now, where are you?
Maryland, Baltimore.
Okay, we have Devi Chala in the chats. He says
Yes.
he's from Togo, and if he wants, he can explain it to you. So maybe put your number in the chat, and then we have some members that will call you, and they're going to be able to walk you through. You're in Maryland, right?
Yes, and even the guy who sent me in is from Togo too. He's a Togo. He's a Togolese. No, a different person.
Okay,
He's a
okay. So
Togolese.
there's a guy from Togo here who says he can walk you through and he can explain it to you. Or
Okay.
if you're in Maryland, you saw the addresses that I put up of the offices.
Yes, I've been saw it. So, and I know the place. I know that address. So
have
if
you
I will
been?
find a time and then go over there and then if he
Yeah,
doesn't trust me,
I
I'll
would
go.
say go to the actual office as well and then speak to someone in the office and they'll be able to walk you through. That's the beauty of this, that at least there's somewhere for you to go to speak to someone.
Because I see that I have $450 on it since I started last Friday. The profit is having 460. So I did a 2,180. That is when I started. But I want to reach
Congrats.
to 5,000. So I want to use that income to add to top it until I'll get that 5,000. That is why I'm trying to.
You know what? Unfortunately, because I have to have everyone else ask a question.
Okay.
The troubleshooting for that, there's a gentleman in the chat. If you put your phone number in the chat, he can call you because he says he can help you, or go to the Maryland office and actually have someone in Maryland help you. Okay, because there is someone in Maryland close to that office. And guys, when you invite someone, I encourage these Zoom meetings because it feels like sometimes people tell you whatever they want to tell you or how they want to run things, but sometimes it might be slightly off. But here I will tell you what is true and what you can do. That's what this Zoom meeting is about. So encourage most people, if you don't know the answer, you don't know how to do it, please come to these meetings and we can help you and redirect you. I'm going to start probably in the next month to pick a day that we do training on how to deposit and how to withdraw, right? So that at least you know, and then we go step by step together, and everybody has their phone, and you're able to do the training on your own phone. You know, we kind of do like a dummy transfer. We train, and then maybe the next day we'll try just to move $20, right? Because when you transfer it, it will take 2 to 3 business days before it shows up in your wallet. So maybe we could do that. Maybe we'll start on a Monday, we'll transfer on the Monday, and then we check on the Thursday meeting and see if our money moved or if there are any issues, then we can move from there. But yes, you can withdraw anytime. We have 2 minutes to go, and I have Javanali with their hand up. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Sue. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Giovanelli, I'm going to send you a request to unmute. Giovanelli, going what? Okay, good. Hello? Okay, I think they're not there. Let me see. Jonathan, you can put your hand down so that we can
Okay.
see other people. I'm gonna
Let me.
go. Yeah, you can mute. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the chats because there are more questions in the chat. Okay. Did I hear you say it's for 3 years only? Yes, the profits are for 3 years. That's the agreement. You invest 960 or 2180 or whatever amount it is that you invest, you will get your profits for 3 years. That's the agreement. Is there a template we can have to use to increase from L1 to L2 and L3? A template. If you're in the bond chat, they always have those chats in bond chat. You want to visit bond chat. Don't go for more than 3 days without going into bond chat and reading group 11, the different groups that are in there, the French group, the English groups. There's the new learning training group as well in there. It has all those little chats, and you can take a screenshot of them. Talking about scam, I did my research and realized that many men of the underworld are using this company's name to scam people in Africa, especially. It's making sense because I remember you saying there's no branch in Africa. Absolutely. There's no branch in the UK, there's no branch in Africa, just the countries that I listed. Anywhere else, it's not there. Okay. And any template to use for the Coinbase. See, the onboarding stuff, I'm not part of that, but yes, we could start training on that, on how you could use Coinbase. And I think there's Kraken in Canada, and people in the US use Coinbase. So it all depends with where you are, which region you're in, and how to get help with that. So I would say, if you're in the WhatsApp groups or if you're in the training sessions, um, in a bond chat, you could post that question, and there'll be people in your region that are very willing to answer and help. And then Davy Chala, thank you for helping the gentleman from Togo. Is it okay to use Wealthy Simple to deposit from my Lssc account? There are so many wallets, and to be honest, the ones that I know of is the Kraken, Coinbase, some people in the USA. We've got different wallets that work in different countries. That's the thing. So I'm not sure about Simple, Wealthy Simple. I've never used that one. Most of us want to know how to transfer the money in our bank account. That's the big question. You should be able to answer right away. Well, yeah, you should be able to answer that. Yes, you can transfer it, but I can't just come here and say, okay, so now go to this part and then click withdraw. And then from there, go and copy and paste the address and then move from this app and then go to that app. That's why I said we can have a training session with actual visuals to walk you through, because it's a couple of steps. So yes, you can withdraw it. And it's pretty much going onto the Lssc app and click the tab that says withdraw. When you click on that, you first have to go, if you're in Canada, you go to your ShakePay. From ShakePay, or is it your wallet account, and then you copy your address, then you paste it, and then you put how much it is, then you withdraw, and then after you withdraw, you wait for 2 to 3 business days, then it should show up in your ShakePay, that's Canada. And then once it shows up from there, your ShakePay is attached to either ShakePay or, I don't know, in the States, they've got different names for these apps that they have. And then it's attached to your bank account. Then you just move to your bank account. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to get the US way and I'll get the Canadian way, so that at least everyone gets to learn both ways. So, and all the steps, it's like different, 4 different apps that you're using, or 3 apps at the first time. But once you have everything all set up, the next time everything is in there. You don't have to go through so many steps, but we'll help you to train on that. I'm going to see to it that we actually have a training session on how to deposit and how to withdraw, so that everyone is educated on it, right? Oh, Juju, sorry, it's a she. Sorry. Can we have the Ottawa address, office address? I don't have it by hand right now, but I will get it for you. And then Jonathan, okay, thank you, Jonathan, for putting your number. Hi, Flo, this is Ben. I deposit free from 20%. Is the deposit free from the 20% deduction? Secondly, after 3 years of profit payout, what happens next? You can renew the contract at that time if they are still accepting contracts at that time. You can renew again. The 20%, so are you saying like your initial deposit, is it subject to the 20% deduction? Well, if you're going to reverse out and say, you know what, no, I don't want to do it, I want all my money back, we give it back. And no, the 20% does not count for that. Hi, Jennifer, and then Victor. Thank you, Flo. Thank you. Could you increase your investment from the beginning money, from the money that you initially invested? Yes, absolutely. You can top up to the next level. Always, always. For the bond chat, what if you never see the charts? You want to speak to the person that helped you sign up. You should. I'm not sure where you are, but in Canada, we work with Francois. You can write to Francois right away because those chats he makes you get into, there's probably like 10, depending on which lines you want to invest. There's probably like 10 different chats. I'm going to be kicked out by my boss very soon. He's going to come in here. We have to finish, guys. Hi, my concern is this presentation part of the 5 days training? No, the 5-day training is different. That's every day for 5 days. You get paid your $50 for attending. This is like if you want more information, or if you have someone that's a prospect, or you want that moment where you're able to speak and ask a question. Because on YouTube, you're just going to write. You're not going to be able to speak to Professor Eric. But here you can actually have a chance to ask. All right. Hi, I'm new. Hi, Divine. Hi, Ben. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for texting Jonathan. Jonathan, Juju is trying to text you from Togo to help you. She's saying you're not responding. She put the number you put in the chat. Can you respond to her, please? Who could I contact in Atlanta? Okay, I think we have, in Georgia, we've got Tai Ming Lee. So during the presentation, I showed the addresses and I had requested that you take a screenshot. I'll give you the number in Georgia. It's 404-805 5943. Okay, I'm gonna just write the Atlanta, Georgia phone number on here, 404-805 5943. All right. All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll be back on Monday, and I think it's imperative that we add some different kind of training as well, so that we know, okay, if this week we're going to be training how to withdraw and deposit, how to top up, like all those technical things, we'll start to put something together so that at least you know when you come in on Monday, maybe we'll work on that and then we check back with what we did on the Thursday. So I could do Monday, the technical training, and then Thursday we check back on what we did on Monday, and then on Wednesdays we do the general training, and then we keep going like that. Okay. All right, everybody, good night. Thank you so much for coming in. Sorry, Dorothy says, hi, this is Jen. At what point are we able to chat during the training? Also, I don't have access to the draws. During this training, you can, thank you, Pam, for the heart. During this training, you can raise your hand and we can answer the questions. But now, unfortunately, there's another group that has to come in, guys. It's the French group, and they'll be waiting on us to come out of this Zoom meeting. But you can chat at any time. You can raise your hand. If you look at the bottom of your screen, there's, sorry. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see where it says raise your hand. The little heart, the reaction. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Okay. If you see, because I'm going to try and teach everyone, but those that are not aware, like at the bottom of your screen, it will say react. There's a little heart. If you click on that heart, right, then it will say right at the bottom, it will say raise your hand. And then you can click on that. When you raise your hand, then I'm able to give you a request to unmute yourself and you can ask questions. All right. Okay, so good night, everyone. We will see you on Monday. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but on Monday, definitely, I'll send another reminder and you guys can come back. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those on Monday. All right, thank you. Have a great weekend. Good night, everyone.